Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
I'm Jay Trent.
I'm low.
And today we're on season 4-ish. I know the season ended. Um, and so we're doing our season reviews just like last year. We're very thankful for Lo for being our guest for our first season review. We will be talking about the J-Lana Dream. So we'll just be going through and talking about like how the season went, expectations going forward.
That's my
I
dog.
guess yes. Um, this expansion draft is going to be interesting. It may potentially talk about what players we may be very like we need to keep them. Yeah, just everything in between. So, Lo, would you like to start on how you felt like the season went?
Yes, sorry, my dog is crazy. I think it went pretty well through the regular season. I think they proved to be a very malleable group. They were able to bounce back. Different things happened, and it might have took a game or two, but they always were kind of able just to figure it out, stay the course. So I think they did pretty well. I do think it's things they can improve on, but coach's first season, new system, adding a Bree and a BGM, I think they did a pretty solid job. I think playoff run could have been better, but honestly, not surprising. But I think overall, I would give him a B.
Jay, what are you giving them now that you've had your
No, I'm
grooming
fine.
period?
I'm fine. Obviously, um, the season ended in a less than ideal way. That's the best way that I can put it.
Agreed.
But I do think, all in all, I would still consider it to be a successful season, just because we had first year head coach come in. We saw what the offense is supposed to look like. And I think there's a lot to build off of. I feel like the loss in the playoffs, while it is disappointing, I think that that's a that's an experience to build off of. Like I said before when we talked about the season ending right after the series was over, I said this is a learning experience for Karl Smesko, a learning experience for Rhyne Howard, a learning experience for the rest of the roster. So I think that's something that can be built off of, and I think you have you have your core and you have an idea of how you want the way this team plays to look. So I think that's a good thing to have going forward.
Great.
I think when you win the most games in your franchise history in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, it's very hard to say that it is a bad season by any means. Um, I feel like you can always be disappointed based on playoff metrics. But I think, like you said, you kind of get a sense of how things are going to be moving forward. And I think that's the hardest thing with getting a new group together is consistency. We talk about this all the time, like people getting coaches and then firing coaches and then hiring coaches, and no one really ever gets any type of consistency. Um, so I can imagine an Atlanta off season and like going into like the preseason and training camp and actually another regular season with this group is going to look even better because they know their expectations on a day-to-day basis more so now. um ooh, you made a face.
Yes, because the expectations need to be fixed, in my opinion. That's
Okay.
one of the problems.
What do you
I
think
think
they are and what needs to change? Well, what do you think the expectation is now?
I think you got Ryan trying to do way too much. I think Ryan is a scorer. She's not a point guard. She's will step up and do it. Of course, she's a team player. She's not a point guard. Please take the ball out of her hands. Go get a point guard that is. I think JC is not awful. I don't think she is a number one point guard. Y'all disagree with me? Do we disagree?
I think it just depends. Like it felt like there was some consistency issues with JC during the season. Like there were games where you could see the vision with her as the point guard. And that was when it was for me at least, it was like the games where she was able to put pressure on the rim and when the defense collapses, she can kick it out to the shooters when they're open. But the games where it's not there, then you really start to see the problems
And
that you're talking about.
and that's my problem. That is too one-dimensional. To be a point guard in this league, to be a solid point guard in this league, one, you need to be able to run the offense. She does not do that for me. She sometimes she kind of, if she could get downhill, we good every time. You know what I'm saying? She get downhill, like you said, put pressure on the rim, kick it out, we're good every time. But if it ever comes to a situation where you got like an Indiana series without the stars, right? You got all of these fast guards who with you. They up in your throat. Soon as you get the ball past half court, you're stuck. You don't know what to do. You can't do anything. To me, we need somebody who can really run an offense. You go here, you go here. I know where your spots are. Granted, everybody's not Chelsea Gray, right? But hearing her speak on the Sue Bird podcast, she's kind of like, oh, if I'm a point guard, I gotta know I kind of know what play you like. I know where you like the ball. I can make sure I can get you to your spot. JC just does not offer that. And I think that is one of the biggest issues with Atlanta. So we got to fix that. So I feel like I don't think she should be on the team because like you said, I do like the pressure that she puts on the rim, maybe coming off a bench, but she is not a PG1 to me. Respectfully, of course. I don't know. It's not for me.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, we kind of talked about like when she was injured early in the season and Te-Hina was getting minutes and
no, not her either.
No, I mean not to say that she's option one. Tina's sister was gonna be okay. But no, I'm just saying like when there was even a conversation early in this season where we were like, okay, maybe JC isn't the option one that they need. And I mean, there was a period where Te-Hina was playing well, but I do think that's way too much pressure for a year two player to be trying to like run an offense and like get her shots off and get everybody else involved. So I don't think she's the answer either. But I do understand like wanting somebody else to step up because I do think one of the things we talked about with Rhyne all year is just like the shooting has been bad. And one of the things that I kept saying all year is that it felt like so many times she was just coming down and just taking shots. Like you would look up, she'd already took 10 shots, and it's like, well, how did you get there already? Like,
right. It's either I feel like, and that's part of the problem to me. She's either coming down with the ball in her hand, taking rush shots, dumb transition shots, or it's I'm trying to get everybody else in line in the last 3 seconds on the shot clock, got passing it back to me, and I'm throwing it up. It's either or. She rarely got a good shot all season, which is why I think point guard play is one of the most important things going forward for Atlanta, in my opinion. But also with Pao Pao, she did do really good. I don't want to, when I said no, I don't want, but I think she did really well her freshman year. Not freshman, rookie year. I think she did really well. Really well.
What type of, or do you have names of ideal players that you would like to see, well, really on the roster, but specifically PG1?
See, my thing is, I think we got a problem with women's basketball, period, because we don't have real point guards, because everybody want to be a combo guard and everybody trying to do this. That's the biggest issue. It's hard though. It's not a lot of good point guard. Like, it's not a lot of really, really solid. That's the hard part. I could see somebody like an Odyssey. She could be solid because she can score and she can help distribute, can help facilitate at times. But if you need a bucket, she can go get you one too. She can take over a game too if you need her to, but she also can pull back and run an offense. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know about Natasha Cloud. I just don't know. I don't know. This is the problem that you run into me. Like, it's just there's not a lot of quality point guards, in my honest opinion. It's just not, unfortunately. It's
What do
not.
I feel like Natasha Cloud kind of she don't have the same issue that JC has, but
You do.
they're like but
You
but
do.
there's a lot
Better
of
defender, but
it's a lot of
you do.
it's a lot of the is you getting a lot but you losing a lot.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I mean.
I think of somebody like, personally, I like Lindsay Allen as a point guard, but you're not gonna get the offensive production from her.
But
like, she will run your offense, but it's like y'all gonna have to score. And it's not that she cannot score, but it's just like that's not her natural,
So if you could have a her and keep a JC and kind of boom chess piece it,
yeah,
that could work. But they need, you have two really good, these good guards here. This year 2 and 3 have a really solid, big. They were able to make something out of, something this season, big guards. If you can get a solid point guard, to me, that's the difference in losing in the first round and experience. But that, you know what I mean? Like, I just say solid. They don't have to be flashy. Another thing that Chelsea Gray said in her interview, it might not be like the big flash choice to everybody else, but it's somebody that just fits just for what you need. It's something like that. Like, that to me is one of their biggest issues. Glaring to me. Like, whew.
Definitely agree. I felt like they can attest to this. I was like, I'm not here for the point Rhyne experience. Like that's not her game. Too much is being asked of her, like you said.
And you take away from what she does, what she's good at, what you need her to do to continue to win and grow and thrive, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Because I feel like, and I feel like Ryan's always going to get the unfair conversations about her. But I think like having to do too much makes it feel like she's not capable of like pushing a team forward. And it's like, well, if she didn't have to do all this extra stuff, like, yeah, maybe her shooting percentage wouldn't be that bad because we have not seen it be this bad. But having to do all of these things and, like you said, taking quick shots because it's like, I got to get this shot off. I don't know. It doesn't really do her any favors. And then you're not like, I think Naz and Bree Jones did a pretty good job rebounding, but you kind of want to play a little faster than that. You don't want that to be your whole thing. So yeah, I think they would rather take better shots than to just be throwing things up and hoping for the best,
But his philosophy is take a hold. Them men throw up all them threes. That is part of his philosophy. But yeah, I just think a solid point guard to help fix a lot for them.
If you can't get a point guard, what do you think the next best step would be?
I don't think that's a good negotiation.
There's no.
There's
no other option.
I think we could say, okay, we need more post play. Sure, right? I agree. But to me, you cannot go any further if you do not do something about that point guard play. I just don't think you can. I don't. Even because, in my opinion, even if we talk about BG Wright, she got to take less money. We're gonna start there. But
I was going to ask, what do you think of the BG Bree Jones experiment?
Even in that, right? If I have a solid point guard, a lot of times when BG was in the game, when she started to cook, she could score. Now her problem was rebounding and getting over on the defensive end. I think she's just a little old, right? But it was a lot of times she was in the game, they couldn't get her the ball where she needed it to be. You know what helped with that? Point guard. So I just think all of it's gonna go back to that. But yeah, BG, she has some good games for us. She's aging. Yeah. And I think Bree Jones did really well, but I think sometimes she's trying to go too fast, a little faster than maybe needed. Because she get up, she started throwing them layups up, and they just be doing like this.
The little scoop shot that she put up.
But I think a point guard, man. But if not, I would. Another wing. I thought Shatori Walker-Kimbrough would do a little more. Just another wing coming off the bench. Maya Caldwell is phenomenal to me. I know she get a little beside herself sometimes, but I think it's worth it in the end, in my opinion. Maybe another wing that can score, just in case. And then maybe another post player. I would love like Shakira Austin. I know that's OD, but like somebody like that. Somebody also with a little bit of fire, because our girls are kind of nice. Not nice, but even kill.
Yeah.
Your Mystics. Did I just take your girl? You like the Mystics?
He likes Shakira.
I'm an Aces fan. I just been
I just saw this.
I've been very greedy for the long they've known for like 2 years. I've been like Shakira Austin's the Aces because I'm greedy. It's not even for any particular reason. It's just I'm greedy.
I mean, I would like that too. But
absolutely not. The Kathy got to start getting in there and vetoing trades. No, she can't go over there.
You know she will.
She gotta get her David Stern back.
Yeah. Kathy do not play with the Aces. So yeah. Well, point guard would be number one, but that's so hard.
It's not a lot. I am an Odyssey Sim fan though. Like I would like to have her. I'm rooting for like 80% of the lefties. So
Are you a lefty?
I'm here.
86.
Well,
I would love to know the 20.
Asia.
Oh no, I love Asia. I love Asia. I'm sorry. No. Most just no.
You can
like,
tell us the 20% on the side.
You don't want Asia on it. Hold on, you don't want Asia on Atlanta?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yes.
Wait. See, look, the player in the world is a lefty. The best player in the world is a lefty.
Right.
And we had Leash just make first team All W. That's another lefty. We love that.
Career.
We love that.
Period.
So
let's actually talk about Leash a little bit because she did get the one Dreams Most Improved vote, so we do have to acknowledge that she took a leap from like kind of a star to like MVP candidate. I think the thing that I mean, I feel like Leisha's kind of always been this player that like just does all the little things. She come to work, clock in, do what she gotta do whatever you need her to do, and just take it on the chin, whatever it is. But I feel like just to see her, I think that stretch from like that June stretch, I was like, is Leash out of her mind? Like, is she all right? Or what's her routine looking like? Because she was coming in and like, what was her career high before, like 20 or something? And she was like, yeah, I just feel good every day. Like, and I'm like, well, sister, you gotta keep that. Let's run with that the rest of the season. So it was really fun to watch her play this year.
Yeah,
Leash is a first team all Dallas farm system.
Okay.
niggas come from Dallas, and if you get a player from Dallas, you got something good.
She gonna come and hoop.
My one thing for Leash, she gotta find a clutch team. Maybe not a clutch team, but she gets a little nervous when it's time, when it get tight, and when it's time to do what we gotta do. A lot of times, sometimes she'll kind of go away, or she'll kind of say, "Oh, we could just go to Rhyne." No, you're the MVP candidate. You're first team. Get the goddamn ball and go make a play, girly. I tell her this too. So yeah, ball and let's get it. Like you that girl, be that girl. Like I need you to know that you that girl all the time. I don't want you to get shy. I don't want you to pull back. I don't want you to hesitate. If you gonna be that girl, you gotta go do it. Go prove it. Go prove it. But yeah, she's had an amazing season. I hope she continues because sky's the limit.
Jay, what do you see the next steps of Allisha's evolution as a player?
That's interesting to ask because she does so much already. And I think
She does.
what I appreciate about the Dream and the way that they've built this roster is because the Dream had I believe, the number 2 defense this season, and a big part of that is the group of perimeter defenders that they were able to put out. Like you have some combination of Ryan Leash and Maya out there defensively on the perimeter.
Dogs.
There might not be a better group in the league guarding the perimeter than those 3. So
Maybe.
you can have two of them out there at all times. So I think what made Leash so valuable was just her knowing where to be as an off-ball player. Her being like, okay, if I'm coming off this screen, where am I going to get where are my spots? Where am I going to get my looks? And she was so good at finding her spot on the floor and getting to her shot. So in terms of the next step for her, outside of it's like outside of, and like Lo said, like in those late game moments, she did kind of shy away from it a little bit. It was kind of, we want the ball in Rhyne hands because she's a playmaker. She can create offense for herself.
Oh wait,
And
it wasn't always we want the ball in our hands. That's where the ball went.
right, right. The ball ended up in Rhyne hands. The ball ended up in Rhyne hands because they were saying, it was kind of a go save us, go get us one. We need one.
Yeah,
And
that's what it was.
and that's not always the best course of action at the end of the game. So I agree. I think that is probably the next step for her.
That's it. Like the game is complete. It's just you gotta be the one that you can't defer. Like, and the crazy thing is, it wasn't like Ryan is saying, "No, give it to me." No, like I see on Twitter and stuff, it could come off like people think, "Oh, well, Ryan's selfish. She asking for it." No, she's not like that at all. If you go, like, get it, I'll pitch it every time, but that's not the reality of what's going on. So yeah, at least I think she's just getting her head, but I feel like we tell us like you're good enough. You're hello, like what we talking about? Like hoop. What we talking about? It seems, I know it seems so simple. I'm not playing right, but this seems so simple. Like you've been hooping, like you that girl. What we talking about? Like go get a bucket. You got it. So yeah, that the game, like you said, is complete. She does everything right. That's the only thing next to me is that. Just go turn up when it's time. That's it. I don't think there's much else to say about Leash.
So I guess now we can get into, as we know, there are 2 teams that will be picking for the expansion draft. If there is a season next year, we know how that gets. What I would, maybe y'all have a different 6 in mind. So I will ask each one of you individually, what 6 would you keep on your roster?
And I think Bree Jones has been cored twice, so you don't have to save her. I think Bree Jones and BG have been cored twice. So assuming that they use the same rules, I don't think you have to save them.
Oh,
Okay.
I agree that 6. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
well, I'll just put that out there just in case. I
I mean,
I got Leash, Rye, Naz. You said I don't have to core Bree. I don't have to choose Bree, right?
Yeah.
Leash, Rye, Naz. Who on the team? Maya, Pao.
You got one more, I think.
But it don't have to
Yeah,
be.
but
It don't have to be Bree or BG, right?
It don't have to be
no,
neither one of them.
no.
Stop!
So
Wait, okay.
you only corn 5 people and just like y'all
Because
got it.
she giggling. Hold on, let me think. I'm trying to think of the rest of the roster.
You got Jordan Canada, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, Te-Hina.
I picked Te-Hina.
Yeah, she said Te-Hina.
Nia Coffee, Sika. Yeah, those are the rest of the players.
I would say Jordan.
And Nadia Pouch, since they still have her draft rights. I don't know if
They're probably gonna keep her. It's probably gonna be her. But I would say Jordan. I would still just hold Jordan off because maybe I can, because I just don't want to go with nothing, no point guard. Like that just feels silly to me. So I would pick her, I guess. But I think they would pick the girl you just mentioned.
Yeah. I had the same 6. Because and the same thought process too, because I think you have to. I do think I'd be worried about not holding on to JC just because, like you said, if they take her, now we really got to hold that point guard. Like we already kind of behind, but we really behind if they take her. So I think that'd be I think my 6 would be the same because if you don't have the core Bree, that would be my 6.
Did we hear?
Yeah. No, we good. We good.
Would y'all core different people? I know that's not y'all team, but would y'all pick different people, or would y'all pick the same?
I'm trying to. I feel like that's like. That feels like the 6. I mean, at most, or at worst, like I might swing on keeping Sika. But again, if I keep Nadia, then it's kind of like I feel like Nadia might be a little. Well, she don't got W experience yet, but she skill wise, it seems kind of like a similar swing. So, but yeah, I mean, we didn't really see it. I feel like I was shocked to not see a lot out of Shatori. I didn't know if that was scheme. I don't know. I don't even really remember Shatori playing. So like, I don't ever remember her even, like seeing her play and be like, "Ooh, she looked terrible. Sit her down." Like, I don't even remember having that kind of feeling about watching her play. But she was somebody I expected to be like, oh, like she's gonna get a lot of burn with this group.
She never looked terrible.
Her, but
never looked terrible, but she never looked. She just blended, but she never looked like she's terrible. Get her off the court. She never gave. She never gave that. I don't think. Not that I remember.
No, she was fine. Like you kind of knew what you were gonna get from her. Like she came in, she guard up, she hit a shot. She was like, she never like. I put it like this: when Maya came in the game, she stood out to me.
Good, bad, or indifferent. It was gonna be a standard.
Right. Most of the time, it was
good though.
Yeah, most of the time.
I know.
Nah, I love Maya. I love what she got in the game, but sometimes that lady will go in there and just. But I was appreciative. I like Maya. I really that's why I put her on my list. I want Maya on the team by any means necessary. But sometimes that lady will go in there and just. But then sometimes she'll be amazing.
I mean, not surprised by her, but I did feel like she had like a lot of like clutch time moments, like not necessarily with the scoring, but like defensively. I was like, okay, Maya. Like I figured, I mean, I knew this is who she could be, right? But just seeing her like continue to like get an opportunity and like making the most of it, because I feel like she's been this. I feel like this year her defense, like she's always been a good defender, but something about it this year felt a little bit different. Like it felt more. I don't know.
I know on one game against Phoenix, she was on Ka like white on rice. So I think she just had really big moments against really good people. Like she was frustrating Ka bad one of them games. You know, so I had some really clutch moments. Pow Pow. She surprised me, and I'm Gamecock, y'all. I I know it's so much talk about Don holding people back and Don da da da, and I know Pal didn't have a great senior year, but I do think her, in my opinion, and I'm a homer, so y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. If she didn't spend those 2 years at South Carolina, I don't think we see a Pal like we did this season in the W. Was it scoring a hell of a lot of points? No, but the defensive stops she had, the rebounds she had, just random, like even some of the facilitating she did. I'm just like, what's that? Like, I don't think we see Pal as well-rounded as we did this season if she didn't spend those 2 years at South Carolina, personally.
No, I do.
I agree. Even if you say, if you look at say, oh, she didn't have a great statistical year her last year at South Carolina, there was so much like looking at her rookie year, there was like some small stuff that she did that just was not there before.
Right.
And I cannot believe that she fell to 18. Like I was and because I remember we talked about it and I was like, is she a first round pick? And we were kind of iffy on that. But I definitely didn't expect mid second round her to still be there. And I said, I couldn't imagine, and I knew she wouldn't fall past us because she get threes up. Like you said, that's the kind of coach we got.
Right.
We want somebody that's gonna put threes up. And
even if y'all didn't know, y'all still needed her. They needed them threes last year. So
and I do think that she made some strides as a defender. Of course, there were some moments where other teams would make it a point to kind of pick on her defensively, but you could tell that she was learning from that as the season went on, and that's all you can ask for.
What a big block she got! Oh my gosh, I remember when we drafted her, I screamed because I couldn't believe it. One, I think I had even forgot that she was still on the board. I don't know how, because like you said, I didn't think she would fall that far. So when they said Atlanta, I was like, oh my God, like that's crazy. But I think she did. She had a big block on Ka too. Damn Ka.
No, y'all. Atlanta had Phoenix's number. Like,
and that's kind of why a little bit of the finals pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, we beat this team every time, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
It's the matchups. Matchups matter so. Matchups matter so much.
Yeah,
Aces walked through Phoenix after almost getting walked down by both teams.
And the fact that people could not understand why, when people like, oh, well, y'all almost got beat, by the hospital fever. First of all, I don't like that. Second of all, do y'all not know how matchups in basketball work? Like, it's not 1-to-1 every time. Like, that's not how basketball works, but the girls don't be smart.
But yeah, I agree with the Te-Hina thing. Especially like, I appreciated her last year at South Carolina. Like, Don kept her in to do a lot of the like playmaking and like running the offense and just kind of like leaving her out there more than she did the year before. And I think that did wonders for her like calmness or like just being kind of ready for the moment. Cause like you said, she had a couple of like big time shots. Like, okay, like I'm ready for this moment. Like you pass me the ball, I'm gonna take this shot. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm not gonna overthink the situation. And I definitely think that second year at South Carolina, like, kind of instilled that into her because she just kind of got to play and obviously impact the game. But what are you gonna do when you are not scoring? And I feel like she kind of had to figure that out in year 2 versus year 1.
And play when it was rough because that team should not have made it to the national championship game, but that's another discussion for another day.
It's funny that
Shout out to them. My girl.
it's funny that Don gets critiqued and South Carolina gets critiqued so much for not like it's like she had you look at the numbers and it's like they have so many people in the W, but then and it's very obvious that Don does prepare people for the league, but then people be like, oh, well, she's not doing enough for them. And it's like the numbers just don't
And that's
show that this is not like sure everyone might not be a superstar, but it's only like 5 of those anyway.
thank you.
Like if she's getting you ready to be able to do
role player and
whatever.
Yes,
It's like it's so many people that come out of college as stars and have to be a role player in the W and can't do it because they've never had to do that. Like that's a really hard adjustment to be you you go from middle school to high school to college and you the best player on your team everywhere you go. And you are the main person with the ball everywhere you go. And the first time you have to make sacrifices is in the league, that's hard. Like I go from getting 15, 20 touches shots every game, my whole career, literally my whole career. And then now in the W, I'm getting like 5. Like that's hard. And I really think Don does a fantastic job of being like, this might not be your game today, but you got to give me something. You're gonna play some defense today. you might take 3 shots today, but you will be valuable.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because it's like you said, it's only 5 superstars. 92% of players are role players in the W. So when it's like they're not doing this, most people won't. That's not how it goes. And out of the 2, I'm about to brag a little bit. Some of the best right now, they came out of South Carolina too. So what you gonna? We got Sanaya made it a whole season. How? Because Sanaya know how to play a role. She get in practice and she talk and she defend and she do what she got to do and mind her business. Got paid a whole season. Call Bree Hall back too, because she know how to play her role. Come on now.
They won't give y'all credit for Sanaya, but also won't give y'all credit for Leash. It's
very
odd.
odd.
It's a very odd because they didn't
They
go
were
all
saying-
4 years.
They were saying that she don't develop guards, and then they said, "Oh, Leash went to UNC." It's like, okay.
Did y'all know that lady at UNC? Like, hold on.
Right. Right. They just be chatting. But then their favorite players that they schools transfers. All of them. So
It would be like that.
Well, it's I know Jay loves these mock drafts.
Oh.
Oh no!
Right.
Actually, we're about to snitch on you. What do you think about? Yeah, you. Why you looking confused? No, Don, I'm about to snitch on you. Because in our last episode where you were supposed to be low, but you had to leave, Don put out this trade. What do you think about Angel Reese for Naz Hillmon? And
I did do that. No. I was like, damn, what did I do?
No. It was funny. You were gone, but they were in the chat. They was like, Lois not gonna like this.
I did, and now let's just say I did not propose this trade. This was we need to tell the whole story. You not? No,
he didn't. No. He didn't propose it, but he did say he would do it.
What's the trade now? It's already no, but continue. What is it?
It was Naz and Te-Hina?
I think it was.
No,
it was not. I think it was Naz and draft. So it was like because Naz would have been like a sign and trade, and then draft stuff.
I understand the no, but it wasn't like crazy.
To Chicago for Angel.
No, I don't.
No, it was a no for me.
That's boiling water to me. I don't feel like the dream girl is meshed. That's bad person. Play wise, it probably could work, but personality wise, I don't think that's gonna work. And don't take Naz. We love Naz. We need Naz. She's the heart.
Absolutely.
Like, she's the heart and the soul and everything.
This is exactly what we said. Like, you're gonna ruin the vibes sending Naz away.
Yeah, the vibes.
I did agree with that last week when we mentioned this. We cannot say that I did not agree with that. I was purely speaking on the encore product. If we're speaking of just her in general, the off-court stuff is going to be an issue no matter where she goes. So that is already like
why do you want it to be my issue?
I didn't want it to be your issue. This is just hypotheticals. I don't want it to be your issue.
Don't vote now because you were talking about talent this and a little bit of jump if they don't make the playoffs with blah blah. Don't back up now.
Wow, I don't think this was necessary at all, actually.
But yeah, I mean, a Naz and a Camilla is nice, but no thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
That's what I was doing. I was looking up who had the best assist to turnover ratios. Like so these are some point guards who had the best ones. Mariah Jefferson is obviously very injured. So I don't even know if she's still injured, but the lady has not played basketball in a while. So we're gonna skip her. Ty Harris is injured, but she's expected to return. Lexi Brown, Julie Alleman, Christina only played a couple of games, but she was cool in Dallas for a little bit. Skylar Diggins, Veronica. Rhyne is actually number 8 in assisted turnovers. Grace Berger, Natasha Cloud, Odyssey, Paige, Courtney Williams, Dana, Jordan Canada's 15, Te-Hina 16, Shea Petty, Lucy Olsen, Jackie Young, and Atisha Heidemann. So of those realistic ones, who we like?
I would love Ty Harris, but I doubt they would let her go in Dallas. If they did, that would be silly to me. Ty Harris would be perfect.
Hey, listen, when Seattle start the season 6-10,
you think 6-10 is enough for them to start moving pieces around?
I don't want Skylar.
Never mind.
I'm picky. I don't want nobody. I feel like it's gonna ruin the vibes because I feel like one of the best things about Atlanta is the vibe. They are very. Atlanta is the very like even chill team. We don't have all that. I don't want nobody to ruin the vibes.
You were saying you wanted a mean streak. I
not mean to their teammates.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
okay.
Julie Alleman is a good pick, I think.
Yes, yeah. I like her. Julie's yes, I would like that. We also don't have any white girls, but we can start.
Don't have any white players. That's crazy.
And Pao Pao hair look like ours. I haven't figured out the mystery yet, but our hair looks like mine, and I can't figure it out. Well, yeah, Julie would be good.
Yeah, maybe I do need African Americans and Mark on the team.
That's Pao, kind of. How's the Mark? Kind of, not really.
Because Megan was ours.
Yes, Megan is hilarious. That lady love Asia. Okay.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Get somebody who look at you the way Meg look at Asia.
She look at Asia like, you changed my life. And I just want you to know.
For real. Well, Julie Alleman would be good. I think she helped the Sparks this season a lot. I think they started to click a little when she came.
My girl had a triple-double this year.
She did.
Oh, the Sparks.
Can't wait to talk about them.
Some things.
Demon Sparks.
Demon Sparks. Can't wait to talk about them.
I'm so glad that agenda died. If them niggas made the playoffs, I would have been so mad.
Why? Oh.
He's a Kelsey Plum
That's
hater.
why. That's why. And
I'm
the
not a
reason you
Kelsey
think
Plum hater, but I don't like that. Oh, Asia was holding her back. Oh, they was holding her back. KP is not a number one option, and she should not be if you're serious about basketball. Sorry.
I didn't like Cal. She was talking about. No, I mean, no, I'm not gonna even say that because I had my qualms with her beforehand. But one thing I did not like is she was making it seem like she was like one of the few people making sacrifices, and she was taking the most shots on the team.
All right,
One of them,
you know who else that sound like? Malaysia football league. But go ahead.
one, one of them years, I think it was 2022, as a matter of fact, she took more shots than Asia, and she was like, she was talking about sacrifice. I'm like, girl, you get the ball.
Well, because and to be fair to her, she never got the keys. I mean, she was never going to get them. And I think that kind of fucks you up, right? Because he's like, okay, I got here. Y'all didn't want me. And then this new lady get in here and y'all give it to her immediately.
I would
Like,
have rather,
are we sure?
I would have rather her say, I would have rather her said, I won my 2 championships and now I would like to do things on my own. I would have been like, okay.
But that was like her point.
But
that was kind of her point, was that she felt like she wants to give more to a team and she knows she can't do it here because that lady is rightfully the best player in the world. I can't come here and be like, I'm not.
The verbiage is sacrifices.
The gag is she's still not the first option in LA.
Well,
when the stats pull up and say the Sparks are something, and when Rakia Jackson scores more than 20 points.
And some people some people was voting De'Erica all-W over KP.
Well,
you got in your car and drove 5 hours and another young lady snatched your chain. So
hey, but she at least she gets out a ball in her hand. Okay, she can defer if she
just
wants
to be by the beach. I get it. If that's what you want to do, okay. But I just didn't. The idea.
We all got pain.
The reason I didn't like, because why are you Nick? I didn't want to set screens for her. All these niggas set screens for each other. What are you talking about right now?
I think you took that personally, bro. I think she just wanted to be.
I took it personally because I had qualms prior. Because you have the best player in the world on your team, and you were taking pull-up threes and transitions. What's happening right now?
I mean, she had to earn her spot. Becky's gonna put that lady on the bench.
She was not.
She did. That's what she told her. And she got in super hard. She said, Becky called her and said, girl, you going to the bench, so just prepare yourself. And she went into training camp and was like, bitch, no, I'm not. Like, and
if she did, she deserved it.
Correct.
But this is not about the Aces. Anyway, well, that's not about the Sparks either. So
but her movement pulled Jackie up, so we move.
Yes,
it did. It did.
Shout out Big Jack.
Yeah.
But,
because KP
y'all have pick 13. I know we've talked about how Karl Smesko is more of a pro 3-point shooter. So if we're speaking as far as like a shooter, what players do you think would fit that role? I know, Lo, you've expressed very deeply you want a point guard. What player do you think you would fit that best for that?
Let's see who they like mocking up to be 12.
What pick we got?
13.
We have
so on this ESPN one, I see Ashlyn Jackson from Duke.
I like Ashlyn.
That's too much of the same to me.
It is. She does. Yeah.
That's Maya Riley. That's the same.
It is.
That's the same. That's too much of the same in my opinion.
A couple of.
It should be nicer for her to learn none of them, but that's a lot.
I see Yarden Garzon.
I like Yarden. She can work.
I hate a point guard, but I just don't know. But she can't shoot. She can shoot. I wonder how she would feel in Atlanta though.
They got a Bleacher Report called Ayana Martin from Spain. She is a point guard. She was named FIBA U19 MVP when she was 17. So maybe somebody's thinking
I
about.
don't know. I don't know what's about her, but
I ain't never seen her name before.
I don't know. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should blindly trust Bleacher Report, but I'll
I don't know about that. Let me see who wrote the article first.
After this season, I need a little more tape, and I'm gonna make a bold claim. But I need to see a little more.
what you got?
Would you like to say your bold claim now?
We need a point guard. I know an Atlanta girlie who's gonna be available.
You know what? I believe in that agenda.
I do too.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Because now, granted, we got to get the scoring up a bit, sure. But I know one thing that girl will do is tell you to get where the hell you're supposed to be and get everybody in line so they know where they pass it up to. I'm gonna pass it here. I'm gonna pass it there. They'll sit and defend.
You know what's funny?
For those who do not know, Lo is talking about Raven Johnson.
SB Nation has her as the 14th pick or 14th option. However, they have Ashlyn Watkins at 13. She is not available. So really, Raven is the 13th pick.
And I feel like Raven Johnson is another one of those players that people see her stats and be like, oh, she's not that good because she averages 4 points and whatever. But
that girl
put the tape on. Like put the tape on.
Put the tape, like that is a winning basketball. It sounds like barbershop talk to say, but like that is a winning player. I'm sorry to tell you.
Because the reality is, right, the scoring does need to improve a bit, right? Okay, sure. I get the ball out of your hands. Y'all can go be the guards. I know where Raven is good at. I know where your spot's at. I'm going to set you up. You go here. She's good at getting it in the paint how they need it to. Even if you had to keep VG Child, she know how to get it there. She could get it to Bree Jones. She'll sit on defense. Now, her shooting got to improve. We all know that. But as far as all the other stuff, she's a rebounding guard. She'll get in there and rebound if you need to. She's not small. She from the city. It'll bring some of the people out.
I'm with you.
I am completely 100% with you.
Raven has played with some of the best bigs in SEC history. Like,
bro,
if anybody can get them the ball, it's her.
That's when Chicago fans are tripping on. I'm like, baby, y'all need somebody like Raven, honey. Y'all need her back.
Like, first of all, the Raven and Camilla connection was enough to me to sell it. Like, do you know who was getting Camilla the ball? Like,
the thing is, all Camilla had to do was this. That's all Camilla had to do.
It's like the quarterback hits you in the pocket every time.
Every time. That's all she had to do.
And she was anticipating it too. Like, Camilla, that's why Camilla running up the floor. She knows the pass is coming. Like, all right, girl.
That's the thing about post players. The post player has to develop that chemistry with the guard. And in this case, when you know that it's already there, it's like, I know that y'all are bringing in a point guard that knows where I want the ball and knows how I can get to my spot and get the ball up. That's easy offense down the court every time. And I feel like that's what some teams lack in some situations is what does your easy offense look like? What's your go-to? When you what if you say we got to score right here, what is your action? What do you get into?
Atlanta don't have that. That's why we need a point guard.
Atlanta does not.
The Aces do.
Especially in the half court. Because I mean, if you out in transition, it's a little bit different. But in the half court against a set defense, what does your easy offense look like? Yeah, I agree.
Vegas got Asia, so they do, and I just. That's why, you know what's funny? That's why I had Asia as my MVP a long time ago, because goddamn Atlanta, they can beat Phoenix, with AT, they could beat Minnesota with Fee, but they could not beat them goddamn Aces because of Asia. That she been my MVP the whole time just for that.
Atlanta could not do nothing with Asia. They had so many. They tried Naz on Asia. Like I was like, y'all.
Yeah,
I was
please get
like,
my
yeah.
off of that girl.
I was like, y'all. Like I know it don't matter. I know it don't matter who you put on her, but
Get her off. Get Naz off her now. Don't piss me off. Made me mad. I'm like, what are we doing?
I mean, Bree Jones can do it for a little bit, but it's not too much, not too long. BG is barbecue chicken most of the time.
All three of them were.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Well, at least Naz was got a picture or something. I mean, she got a little bit.
But I was like, you can't. And I love Naz. I do. That's not the matchup. Like that can't be it.
But I feel like we always have this conversation, but like against Asia, you kind of have to give something. You know what I mean? Like if you let you it's not that you're letting Asia cook, but you are, because like her offense is just gonna be better than whatever defense you put in front of her, right? So you gotta give something. The other part of that is like Asia gonna have to beat our ass, nobody else.
Right. Jesus. I was so mad at that game.
How did you feel when she scored 53?
It's hard, but we had beat them already last season, so I knew she was coming. So I prepared. Because we beat them that season earlier, so I already know. I was like, oh, she's finna eat.
And it was like a bittersweet thing because Asia is like, one, she's the best player in the league. She's also one of my favorite players to watch. Right. I just hate that it was against my team that you got off like that. Like, but
yeah. Good old Asia. What can you say? What can you say?
Okay, so ideally, if you had a go-to, well, we just said, what is your easy play? If you had a idea, what would it be? Who would it be? Yeah.
See, if I was a coach, I would have a go-to play. Just go back to having a point guard who know the plays and stuff. I'll have a go-to play for Leash, Rye, Bree. And depending on what matchup we got, I know which one to go to every time. Like exploit whatever matchup I'm in. So if I'm playing a certain team that I know can't do nothing with you, we're gonna run this every time. So it'll be like a play for each, probably like a big three. Then I'm gonna go to every time. But who would it be? Any of them, really. It wouldn't matter to me. Any of them.
Yeah. I think my preference is always gonna be the post scoring, the interior. But when you come down and you need a three, you also need to have, okay, what do we draw up? Like let's say point guard brings the ball up. Point guard brings the ball up, and you got, I guess you have your center on the low block, because it's not like you can't space Bree out. Like they're not gonna guard her right there.
Yeah.
So you probably have to have Bree involved. Like Bree has to set the screen. Like let's say the corner is empty. Bree comes up top of the key, sets the screen for Ryan to get to the corner. But you need a point guard that's gonna make that pass. But that's your play if you need a three.
Okay. Got it.
That's a good plan, because I mean, if it breaks down, then you know you have Bree Jones there too.
On the glass, right?
Yeah.
If we know that ultimately we would like to see the ball out of Rye's hands less, or more out of her hands more, excuse me, and ultimately as a play finisher, what type of play finisher do you see her more in the mold of?
I think she's big enough to do whatever you need her to do. I think she's talented enough to do whatever you need her to do. I think she just don't need the ball. I think she can get downhill. I think she needs to be more. I think sometimes I feel like she not scared to get hit, but she don't go in strong enough. I feel like that can use some work. But I think we've seen her go downhill, can get a bucket. We've seen her pull up mid range. We've seen the three. I think it just is good. Just a point guard helping her, get to the spots and doing what she got to do. I really that's what pisses me off about not having a point guard, because I think you genuinely have a really good scorer on your hands that you're ultimately not using. You letting fall to the wayside because you don't have what you need to have. This girl is a 6'3" scorer, and you're pissing it away because you don't got a good point guard. Like, that's silly
Like,
to me.
like she can get any shot she wants.
Yeah, like what we
Like,
talking about?
she can score at every level.
And it's not being used because we can't get what we need around it. That's silly to me. That's like dumb. That's nonsensical in my opinion. And then if you got Allisha and her cooking at the same time, what are we talking about? Silly, man.
I think I definitely want to see Rhyne get downhill more. Because like you said, I feel sometimes like she'd be going for the contact and not actually finishing the shot. And it's like, sister, we need that. We actually do need that basket. We need you to finish that one. So, and two, I feel like sometimes less now, but when it gets stagnant, it kind of feels like, oh, my option is to just throw up a three. And it's like, well, no, like you can do something else. I know we kind of, the shot clock is crunching down, but like you can still make the move you want to make. And at least give yourself a little bit of, if you do go downhill, then the next time the shot might be a little bit more open so that you can get off a better look. But she did say that in her on the Super pod that she was gonna like work on getting downhill more. So hopefully that does happen, and like Karl finds a way for her to actually like do that successfully without having to worry too much about the offense.
She done her Jason Tatum arc.
I don't know nothing about the men, so I don't know. I got no clue.
No, I know Jay definitely mentioned that there were a couple times in multiple games where she was playing for fouls and not playing to finish, and I know that bothered him a lot. So I imagine, Lo, that also bothered you a lot. Because there'd be times where like it's like I feel like she definitely could have made that if that was her goal.
Mhm.
But she just knew that it's like, okay, if I contort my body this way, I'm gonna get to this line, and then she did not get to the line, and it's like, well, you lost both ways.
I'm just going. You got to go into him to get a foul. Run that motherfucker over.
Yeah, go get your bucket first.
Right.
Yeah, and there were times where I was frustrated because I felt like she was playing for contact instead of playing to finish the play.
Too, getting away.
Which, and like I know it's like your nature or whatever, but just if you play to finish the play, they can't take the ball out the rim.
Right.
So go get it. You might get the foul too.
Go through their chest, please.
Jay, would you like to say the line?
Yeah, I believe. Are we through? All hearts and minds are clear.
Go get a point guard. What's that man name? Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Head over.
Dan
I
Pedover.
was about to say, that other man. Go get a point guard right now. If you need my help, call me. I'm not playing with you, Peggy. We better have a point guard by the beginning of no. Before that, I need to know who the point guard. And I'm not.
You need to know what your expectations are for the season start.
They can announce that they're an unrivaled like they announced BG and Bree.
Right. Get down there and do some good meddling and tampering and
I
get
say
them.
y'all is tampering at them people's food center. They do need to they need to fix that. Them girls is tampering bad. I fear that this is no way this shit is legal.
Let's announce it even earlier. Let's do it during AU.
Right. Actually, tell me tomorrow. Oh, wait.
They gotta see who gonna get let go first.
True.
If they even have that expansion draft. Rip to the Toronto Tempo and the Portland Fire. It might actually be ripped to them because who is that man?
It's
We're not
that.
gonna get into that. We're gonna get into it. Gonna get into it. But yeah, my mind is clear.
It's clear now.
Well, this has been another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
I'm J Trent.
Hello.
And we're out.